Town at 11th and L.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's schweisow.com.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. With the school year here, A1 Automotive reminds you that college students get 10% off any service, and they offer free tire repair with a valid college ID. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive or downtown at 11th and L.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Suizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Suizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at Suizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Rollouts has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Rollouts will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Rollouts make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Rolloffs, cleanup made simple.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. With the school year here, A1 Automotive reminds you that college students get 10% off any service, and they offer free tire repair with a valid college ID. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive or downtown at 11th and L.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
Demorne Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in to the Don't Punt Hour. Yes, it's back. It was back last night, and actually got to change the banner. It's not spare time. It's the Don't Punt Hour with the former Husker himself, Demorne Pierson-El, special team threat, wide receiver in NFL, former NFL player as well. You guys can always join in, 402-464-5685. That is the Sartor Heyman text line. And, of course, Facebook, YouTube, XL, Channel 961. All great ways to put a face to the voice. And let's see. Apologies for everybody who's listening. Looks like I want to make sure. If you guys can hear everything all right, let me know. If not, just shoot in 402-464-5685. All right. Demorne Pierson-El. Let's just get over the worst.
How about them Bears?
Yeah, I knew it. Let's get over it.
How about them Bears?
What's your thoughts on the game and how it went? It was great when you walked out the door and for the Bears.
They looked really good. They looked really dominant. Caleb Williams looked like the hype train of what you wanted and what you expected. You know, he was handling business, and then it all came crashing down. It just and I think it's for that coach to be there as for the short amount of time that he has been, for that to happen. It's like, okay, that's the good. How do you kind of continue to keep that? Heck of a job by, I would think the Viking staff, because I was like, man, I don't know. And I'm like, it's still, I would have to still see JJ, continue to like play well and everything like that.
I learned a lot about the defense though for the Vikings. It's good defense.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Bears is just like, it's that head coach has, a handful of just kind of changing some stuff around. But I do like what I've seen in the first outing. It's a divisional opponent. Those teams kind of know each other. Ben has been in a conference. He was with the Lions last year, so he knows the division well regardless. Very, very positive stuff, but some stuff to clean up and get away from.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest thing is, man, I'm not going to over panic. Long season, right? You're 0-1. So are the Chiefs. Chiefs are 0-1. A lot of teams are 0-1. I'm not going to panic right now. You got a tough game coming up with the Lions, though. Whatever you think of the Lions, they're going to be pretty upset heading into that game, too. Also being 0-1, taking absolute smackdown. I think it was the Packers, right? That they played week 1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's an opportunity there. But within that game in itself, being able to go back and watch it this morning was the things that worry me, I think can be fixed, but flat out 12 penalties. I mean, that's
what are you trying to, you can't get a whole lot done, and you're asking a lot of your quarterback and your offensive line, just everybody on offense, when you're putting yourselves in such predictable moments where you have a good opportunity, and maybe you can point to 2 of those being phantom flags. That happens every game, but 10 of them for sure you could watch with your own eyes. You guys were illegal motion, false start, 4 false starts alone in that game. And that's a little bit of last year where it's like somewhat Nebraska's main problems have been you guys aren't setting yourself up for success, let alone what you guys are doing is working or not. But even with that out of the picture, you're taking 5, 10 yards, 15 yards left and right.
It has nothing to do with more so the defensive really stopping you is you're stopping yourself. You know, the illegal formations and everything like that. That's just who's on, who's off the ball. You know, there has to be 4 people that are off the line of scrimmage, typically quarterback, running back, a receiver, tight end, or a combination of 2 receivers. So that's just, you know, getting out of the huddle faster, aligning up, making sure, you know, who's supposed to be on, who's not supposed to be on. His offense has a lot of movement, and that's just to identify what the defense is doing. So if you have you've seen it a lot with the running back flexing out and coming back in, or somebody flexing in and flexing out. And depending if, you know, the linebacker follows or the corner follows man, or if it bumps out zone, that's telling, you know, Caleb, okay, hey, they're in some type of zone. You can get to a play that matches better. But once you get out of that, now that you moving the ball behind the stick. So now you're playing catch up, and too many times of you playing catch up has you at a disadvantage, gets your offense out of sync. You can't run the ball, play action. There's not necessarily so much of that because they know you got to take shots. They know you got to, you know, move the ball down the field and everything like that. They're not, you know, sitting and, you know, and they're sitting in gaps. They're not worried about, you know, you running and everything, because you know you got to get stuff back. So it was more so of them not executing and leaving the door open, and a bit of Caleb Williams I feel like just doing a little bit too much.
Well, that 3rd and 30 was the result of that.
Of just trying to put, you know, Heisman, superhero, USC type Caleb Williams instead of just like, look, you know, you don't have to necessarily do that right then and there. Just, you know, take what they're giving you, kind of take the chunks here and there, and, you know, get yourself back to manageable downs and let it kind of work itself out.
Yeah, and that's, you know, with Caleb Williams, he almost like needs to have a few practices where he doesn't have those superhuman traits, because the dude's got a cannon. I mean, he's got, and you saw that with that throw to Luther Burden where he's rolling out to the right, but he needs some moments where, to your point, hey, let's just step up in the pocket. I don't need to throw it 100 miles an hour. If you can, great. But, you know, some of those, it just feels like he is just thinking too much.
He's looking for the big play.
And he just need to deliver, you know, what's there in front of him. And some of those plays where he's scrambling out, it was just a mixed bag. Because in that, you know, first quarter, it felt like the Bears were winning the trenches offensively and defensively. And at about halftime, and I think this is why the Vikings are good and have been good for so long, you saw the adjustments. Like all of a sudden, somehow in the second half, the Vikings were dominating the ball on the defensive line and the offensive line. And to the point where Williams, some of that he needed to scramble. Other times you'd be happy if you just throw it away when you feel that pressure as opposed to trying to run out of it. But I mean, that was the other part to me, was Caleb Williams trying to be a little bit extra at times as opposed to just understanding they kind of got me beat here. And then a big part of why that was happening so much though was
superhero complex.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to you don't have to make the Mahomes type splashy plays. You know, for instance, look at Herbert.
Yeah.
You know, he regardless, even if it's behind the sticks and everything like that, like he doesn't extend himself too much that puts more of the team in a jeopardizing position. Not everybody, you know, does that, you know, with things and everything like that. And I don't know. I don't know if that's just kind of the mentality of, since Caleb honestly has left probably Oklahoma, of just trying to do that, and that's just kind of the style of play.
I think it takes some fine tuning. It reminds me of like, and again, I'm not saying Caleb Williams is Lamar Jackson level athlete, but when you watch him scramble, he's definitely got some traits to him. But you know, it just takes time. Lamar Jackson, he is so decisive now. Early in his career, he was getting it. Don't get me wrong; he can go get 10 yards, but now he'll pass up to 10 yards and look for his teammates and step up into the pocket as opposed to running outside of the boundaries and given, you know, maybe a better offensive line. But I think that's kind of the maturity of where Caleb Williams has to get to. Of, well, I know you can do it.
It's
but
there.
It hurts when
like
you
I
get
said,
caught.
you seen it for a half of like, okay, this can be scary. They can look good. You know, you clean up some stuff and everything like that. Pre-snap penalties, that's not the other team doing stuff. Like if I know the rooms that, I've been in college and, pro, they go over, explosive plays, how many flag yardage, pre-snap penalties, false starts or penalties, holdings, personal stuff and everything like that, third down conversions and everything like that, red zone completions and successful drives and stuff like that. So a lot of those things, a lot of little things creates the bigger picture. And I just don't think later into the first half and the second half of the game, I don't think the Bears did a lot of the little things right to make it all look better and kind of keep themselves planted at top.
Yeah, and some of it, and this is where I'm not going to panic. Ben Johnson, he's got a lot of work to do, but the biggest red flag, and again, not one that I think is going to sink the ship, is Caleb Williams still looks his best when he's improvising. Not really playing well within the system that I think Ben Johnson's trying to get him, where it's very rhythm, like just be on time. That's all that really matters. And he's still, again, it feels like his best moments in that game, even that first drive, a lot of it out of rhythm. It was kind of, again, Caleb Williams being the Superman, and that led to problems down the game. But I think it's just going to take time for him to get the timing down of what Ben Johnson's trying to do. And then, of course, the penalties. There's a lot to be done there. And I think you saw the fruits of that. We'll talk about the Vikings now. J.J. McCarthy, for not playing a game since 2024 in a championship game, he found himself in the fourth quarter. I was dumbfounded, surprised at all to see McCarthy discover he had Justin Jefferson out there in the fourth quarter, and also just discover, like, oh, yeah, I am a championship level quarterback. I won it with Michigan. I beat Ohio State. I am that guy. And he just looked totally different in that fourth quarter.
He didn't let, his surrounding or his circumstances kind of allow him to succumb to him. He kept providing, kept paying through it. I mean, I think throughout the whole game, they started showing, the coach, he was talking highly about him.
Yeah.
The teammates, when something would happen, they were still around him and everything like that. So there's a level of trust and certain things that they see in there. And I think that's good for a young player's confidence, especially, him not playing in a whole year and everything like that. You'll still have growing pains of stuff. He looked better the second half, but like I said, I still don't know kind of what it is because, again, like I said, that's a divisional rival. I don't know if that happens versus Green Bay. I don't know if that happens versus, Washington. I don't know if that happens versus the Rams. And, all of those teams, are playoff type caliber teams. That just is not easy, so he finished the game well and everything like that, but he still has a lot to grow and kind of see. But Kevin O'Connell has that team playing well.
Yeah, and they were. The thing that sticks out about McCarthy is the one thing that you did hear about him, even at Michigan, was what makes him valuable for a lot of people is he does have that leadership ability. And then it was worrisome to see that happen in like real time. Where, I mean, again, that's first real start since 2024, and you're doing it in the NFL. You're on the road. You're playing at Soldier Field, and I mean, man, to put I think it was 3 scoring drives together
late
as a rookie, late in the fourth quarter, on the road.
That's not easy. That's not That's not easy to do.
Like, are you kidding me? With the NFC North, sometimes shout out to the Vikings. They might have found another guy, but NFC North.
Only time will tell. I don't know.
Every time you think it's going to get weaker, it doesn't. Just doesn't. Just restocks and beefs up. Yeah, I mean, shout out to the Vikings. I was really impressed by McCarthy. I was not expecting that out of him, especially not that early. My jaw wouldn't hit the floor if McCarthy turned out to be a phenomenal quarterback. Again, to put 3 drives like that together on the road in a situation where
in a divisional game,
and I mean that place was bumping.
Yeah,
it was. You saw some of that with Viking. They had some penalties because the place was rocking. There was new energy, and just again, I am. Unfortunately impressed by how good they were. And, you got to tip your cap. I say it all the time with O'Connell. Like, those in-game adjustments he makes, it's kind of similar to like what Mike Tomlin is too. It's like some of those coaches, when you think you got them, wait for the second half. Wait for the second half and see what they're doing differently now. Because with the Bears, they kept throwing those swing passes that were having success early. And then the second half, Vikings definitely figured out a way to stop that. Every single one they tried in the second half just got smothered. And O'Connell said, what are you doing? We saw that in the first half. We were prepared for it. So that's the other part of Ben Johnson, I think, as well, is, get to that next point where you're making those in-game adjustments and you can't just keep doing the same thing you're doing. So all that being said, I'm not super worried about the Chicago Bears. It was a tough start, but I am awfully impressed by the Minnesota Vikings and J.J. McCarthy in particular. That's all I really got on the game. Still a little bit heartbroken over it. Unless you got anything left to add on it.
No, that was it for me.
Yeah, that is it. A lot of season left. I'll keep telling myself that. Some other things going on that I want to talk about, and we'll bring this into segment 2. So we only got 5 minutes left now. Good morning, Pierson-El. I want to ask you right now on some predictive headlines. I shouldn't say predictive. Main headlines right now in the NFL that call for worry. We talked about the Dolphins already. We've seen some of these games go down. Give me some headlines that you are looking a little bit ahead here.
What's going on in Indianapolis? And I know they played the Dolphins. The Dolphins looked terrible. Tua looked awful.
Mm-hmm.
But that coach is definitely in a hot seat. You go away from a guy that you drafted, who has a high ceiling and everything like that. That was a bit raw, but Danny Dimes comes in there and puts up 30 in a home opener. I think that's big. It may not get talked about as much, but they were flying around. The coach looked pretty good. Warren had a real good game. Pittman had a real good game. Running, they look solid.
Well, and Daniel Jones, you have that version of him where, and DP and me were talking about this, like he plays so loosely, he ends up feels like he gets hurt, and then towards the end of the year, that's when you see the downfall of Danny Dimes. Is this the year where he can keep it going from beginning to end, where he can be that? I'm not saying every week like the Dolphins, but where he doesn't have that dramatic fall off that we normally see.
Potentially, I think that's something that everybody will be definitely looking at. Their conference is not wide open. You got the Jaguars. The Jaguars looked okay. They didn't look bad.
ETN looked revived.
He always does. For the first 5 or 6 games, and then we'll see once if the injury bug creeps up or not. But
they don't have Bigsby anymore either, so he needs to stay healthy. He's going to be carrying the rock.
For them to trade him, clearly they're still heavily invested. Where I thought he might have been the one on the trade block.
I thought he was going in that direction based on how. Again, like it's not that he's a terrible athlete, but the injuries are racking up on him, and it's felt like a risky investment. But he looked good early on.
That I think. Penix. I think Penix had a flawless game. I don't think that gets talked about enough. I know Baker and them pulled it out. I know Ibaka had the 2 catches and everything like that. But Michael Penix had a good showing. For year 2 quarterback, he was moving the offense. Bijan looked good. Kyle Pitts, looked good. Drake London looked decent and everything like that. That defense, I think the Falcons are going to be a good team. And I'm not trying to hit everything that that the big stuff or the easy things, but I think his performance is not getting talked about enough or not appreciated enough. And I know they lost, but year 2 quarterback to do that against
good defense
Baker and the Bucks. The Bucks have been winning that conference the past 4 years probably. They've been a playoff team. For you to go toe to toe with a playoff team right out the gate, it's a divisional. I think that's a lot of success there. I think that's a win. That's a step in the right direction for that organization.
Did they pull the win out if Kirk Cousins is starting?
No.
I don't think so either. To your point, Michael Penix Jr. actually did a good job.
Your field goal kicker was right then and there. If you go back and look at that drive, Penix has 2 plays to win it. The one wide receiver doesn't look up on the left-hand side. If he looks up instead of looking back, he catches the ball for a wide-open walk-off touchdown. Like, it's game. So, for him to have that drive with, 45 seconds left, like he's literally one play away from everybody being talked about how Bo Nix kind of was early on.
Yeah, and just for reference, he was 27 for 42, just 2 yards short of 300, 298 yards, 1 touchdown, no turnovers. And you can make the argument that he outplayed Baker in everything outside of the touchdown department, but Baker was 17 for 32. Only 167 yards, but he did have 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. But no, like Michael Penix Jr., that was a game where you can't ask for a whole lot more from him in that situation. I get almost 300 yards, 1 touchdown. You don't turn the ball over once. You'll take that. Yeah, it's that early in his career.
Out the gate, first game, they made the step to, okay, we're stepping into the future. Everybody, you paid Kurt $100 million and you draft a quarterback, how long do you keep a guy, sitting, and he shows up like that first game? Like, I think that's definitely something to look out on, and that team is going to be sneaky dangerous.
I think so too. In that division, yeah, they have a chance to shake things up. Final thing I got for you, then we'll throw it to break. This one, I don't really have an opinion on it. I just thought it was interesting. First time I've seen it. Colts owner on the sideline with the headset and the play sheet and everything.
They're doing things different. They've been doing things different for a while.
I forget what her name is too. But like, I know a lot of people are hating on her, saying, "Oh, it's just micromanaging." Until she micromanages, her listening in doesn't really bother me. I mean, she pays everyone's salary.
She's not throwing ideas. It may be better for her to understand what's going on.
That's my idea of it.
Have an input, and it's. I mean, she's an owner. She can do what she wants. I don't understand. I mean, what everybody has an opinion about Jerry, and Jerry beats the reporters to the locker room. So I don't see what the issue is about it. They had a tragedy that just is still fairly new. People are stepping up and finding different ways to do things differently. I don't see anything wrong with that at all.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised by it, and I was like, maybe there's something I'm missing because I wasn't a player myself, but I haven't heard players criticize it. It's just been the burner accounts of Twitter that you can imagine, but it's like,
you'd be shocked to, of course, you're the high salary guys, know the owner and everything like that. But for the owner to be around there, I've been in a few places, and I might have seen the owner once or twice.
Yeah, it's like kind of, I'd rather see the owner than him be non-existent.
And I've been places where, the owner's at practice, 2, maybe 3 times a week, and you might have a relationship where the owner might, know your name and everything like that. So I don't think it's a bad thing that she's making herself available and being shown around the facility to the guys. I mean, gives them a chance to know her and for her to get to know them.
Yeah, and like until we get into a scene where you see her like drawn in the dirt, like what the coach should do, like she's not doing that. She's got the headset and she's listening to what the people that she's paying are talking about, which if they're talking about their job, it's fine. And it has been fine so far. So I just thought that story was interesting. I didn't really understand the fuss around it, and I was like, maybe I'm missing something, but no, it sounds like some people are just bothered by the weirdest of things.
Something to talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something to talk about. On the other side, I want to talk NFL, but I do got a little bit of college football. We'll talk Texas. We'll talk Arch Manning, and we'll talk Sarkisian. I don't know. Did you catch? Yeah, horns down for sure. Did you catch Sarkisian talking about Arch Manning and his injury?
No.
Okay, well, not injured technically, according to him. So we'll talk about that next. It's really interesting. I'll get the audio for it. So don't go anywhere. Don't punt hour. Good morning, Pierson-El, Harrison Arns. Talk to you in a bit.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor, and we want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Limitless Male says, it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to SmokingGunJerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Don't Punt Hour, DeMornay Pierson-El, Harrison Arns. We are back live on the Brick and Mortar. As we mentioned, the Royals, unfortunately for all the Royals fans, they did fall to the Guardians today. They do play again tomorrow, I believe the same time. So I think pregame should start at 5 p.m. again tomorrow. But 402-464-5685. And since we're just talking about it anyways, Crawford versus Canelo, what's the result?
And the new. Come on, Team Crawford. Come on, let's not
knockout decision.
I think if it goes full rounds, I think Bud wins by decision. I can see a knockout. I mean, a knockout can happen either way. It's boxing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a gladiator sport. But I think it might go the distance. And after the fifth or sixth round, I think he starts to kind of outbox and show why he is who he is and everything like that. And if it gets to going to the cards, it's him.
I think so as well. I mean, he's going to have the reach advantage. He's weight wise. I'm not too worried about him having to come down.
People don't understand. Like Bud walks around.
I was going to say
he walks around like at 180.
Okay, yeah. So
he walks around at like 178. Like people's like, oh, no. I've trained with him. I've been around him. Like he cuts to 140, 147, and everything like that. He's naturally a bigger person, so that's more so his natural fitting. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, Canelo is powerful. You know, I'm not saying that he won't feel things and everything like that. Canelo is who he is and everything like that. But Bud is a different, and I definitely think he's battle tested. They're both battle tested, but we seen how he came. People said what they said about, Spence, and we seen how he showed up and everything like that. So I'm not expecting anything less of that type of level of preparation. He is in his own atmosphere when it comes to preparing and dominating and seeing things and changing. And he'll see something, he'll figure it out and go off and just you won't be able to do anything with it.
Yeah, that's a good point. And again, like with that frame as well, it's like I don't think 180 is gonna be hard. Like the fact that you know him better than most people do, and that's what he's normally walking around at, not hard to believe. Like
No.
he has that kind of frame. So that part I've never been too worried about. Again, it's just gonna be Canelo's got a lot of power. You just don't want him to get caught by one you're not ready for because it can rock you. And Crawford's going to be aware.
Canelo also has been caught cheating. So
yeah,
I'm not saying he is now or everything like that, but he has a history of stuff. And I'm not, trying to debunk him or anything like that.
That's fair to point out. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like you're making stuff up. So,
so some of these other guys have been scared. Like they've been, it's a psych thing. They've been, I'm not scared of Canelo, this and this and that. And how many times have we seen people go in there and it's been different? Terrence is not, but Bud is not going to be scared of Canelo at all. Like the fear factor, intimidation of that's not going to limit Bud in any factor at all. And if more so, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Canelo a little bit more flustered and frustrated, or nervous about Bud more so. I mean, Bud is a knockout artist. Don't get things wrong and everything like that. So I wouldn't.
He's got a pretty decent reach advantage in this one as well, and that's going to be a challenge for Canelo is like finding that range, because if he's going to let Crawford kind of keep poking him out of his range, if Canelo can't get inside, it's just going to be a long night, and he'll probably go to decision Crawford's favor.
Bud's not going to stand still. If you look at the last fights of Canelo walks people down, people stand in front of him, and Bud is going to move around. He's not going to get hit.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be tougher.
I don't know exactly what Canelo is going to do to hit somebody who's not just going to stand there. So it'll be interesting. Like I said, I got Bud, and I don't think it'll be close.
I hope so, and I wouldn't be surprised either. I mean, he's totally fair to say best pound for pound fighter right now, and that is Bud Crawford. And we got a lot of. It's kind of cool how there's Husker football feeding into it as well. I think it's really cool that Matt Rules keeps pushing him out there because Crawford supported everything Nebraska. We have one of
for a while.
Yeah,
like, this isn't new. Like, but Bud was around back when I was in school. Beforehand, like I said, I've known him for a while. I've been around him for a while.
He would have led Mike Riley out of the tunnel.
Probably.
Like, I think he's to my knowledge, I've always wanted to see him be a guy. Like, he just really wants to represent Nebraska. And he's a great guy to do it.
Yeah.
So shout out. I like Matt Rule that we finally have a program that's like embracing it. And like when you have a generational athlete like that, who's trying desperately to represent your state and you don't take advantage of it, doesn't look great, but shout out to Coach Rule and Husker football and really, athletic program as a whole, understanding that this guy is a valuable asset. And if he wants to shout your university out, you'll take that anytime. All right, moving on back to a little bit of college football here off that side tangent, although it's a good side tangent. A lot of people are looking forward to it. Arch Manning, he was wincing a lot in that San Jose State game when they're zooming in on him when he was throwing the ball. Do you think there's any chance that he's actually hurt, or Sarkisian has an answer to it, and we'll play that. I know you haven't heard it yet.
I mean, it's football, so potentially, but I mean, you can jam your finger, you can catch a stinger, you can get your wind knocked out of you and be fine and dandy, and just, in a few days it'll be fine. So I'm not, if he was hurt, he wouldn't be out there.
All right, well, here's Sarkisian's reporter asked this question because I noticed he was wincing when he was throwing the ball out there.
Arch Manning seemed to be having some throwing pains by the
according to
quarter.
who?
Arch
said that to you?
No.
Oh, according to who?
It just looked like he
doesn't have any.
Is there an explanation to why it looked like that?
I don't know. I've never filmed any of you guys when you're using the bathroom, so I don't know what faces you make when you're doing that.
Just brutally shuts him down. It's one of those things where maybe it's a bad question by the reporter, but it's like, according to who? And it's like, I was looking at his face. Like, it's fine if he's not hurt, but I mean, I thought it was a fair question to ask him. Felt like Sarkisian, though, had something witty loaded in the chamber, knowing that this question was coming. I just thought it was interesting. Thoughts on the response from Sarkisian himself, trying to shut that argument down.
I mean, what you expect? I mean, he's a snappy coach, so I mean, I'm not surprised by something like that for him to say that. So, I mean, he's protective. I mean, and even if he was injured, like, he's not gonna broadcast that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's typical read between the kind of lines and everything like that. It's nothing. It's not a concern.
No, it just cracks me up, though. Every now and then, this is the beauty of college football. Is there a better sport that offers better press conferences? NBA sometimes, but it lacks a lot more than it gives. College football, I feel like I'm getting something good all the time.
Out of all sports, I don't know. I think boxing, because the whole leading up beforehand, getting into things, and then after. I think boxing is definitely up there.
UFC can be up there. Sometimes it can get too deep, though.
Yeah,
and you got to really hit the dump button on some of those fighters.
But I definitely think football is up there with stuff. Basketball, they have their own individuals safe space where other things get talked about a little bit more than other places. But I definitely think football is one of the best areas for that.
Well, it's just, sometimes like the questions, and sometimes I do get the coach's frustration where it's like, what do you ask it? It's such a hard sport to assess and judge. So you're going to get some really bad, stupid questions in there time to time.
I mean, and also, depending on how the game went, how he's frustrated at certain things that, that they may be mad or execution or what, and he kind of come in there and, how many times have, people gone off on somebody that didn't necessarily mean to catch it, and yet they did. So, I mean, it's a lot of that happens too as well, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And we've seen that, with multiple times. Speaking of coaches getting a little bit fiery,
I like it.
We're already on college football, so we're just going to keep it there. We'll get you back to the NFL in segment 3. Matt Rule, did you catch him?
Yes.
The leaked. Well, first question, leaked or produced?
Maybe a little bit of both.
I have a hard time thinking. The camera that was shot on, like you're leaking that. No one's. And everyone who doesn't have the stream,
they might have cameras in the locker room or something like that. Like,
maybe. I don't really care if it was intentional.
I don't think there was anything bad or wrong with it.
The message would have stayed the same. Is why I don't really care.
Yeah. And I think Nebraska needs to see that. I think that people can get behind that, something like that, and everything like that. It's not necessarily, of course, how he said it, but what he was saying necessarily about certain things and everything like that. And you can see that the attention of the student athletes and everything like that they would definitely run through a wall for him. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with what he said. With where he said he wants things to be, where people respecting Nebraska a lot more and kind of holding to a different standard. He's kind of been on that tangent since he's got here. So I didn't expect anything less from it. I like seeing that from a coach. There was, a coach I was around with that spoke his mind about some things and everything like that. And sometimes people, oh, you're this and this and that. And yet when it went away, it was, oh, we missed that. And Rule definitely has a certain confidence and a certain way with his words to make sure he gets through people, and he brings the best out of his players, and that's what you want.
Well, let's hear from the man himself on this is what we're referring to. This is halftime versus Akron.
They're dropping back at the end of the half. Like, we're on the side, as me and John are saying, they'll take a knee here. They'll run the ball. They don't fear you. They don't respect you enough yet. And if that sounds like coach speak, then you have the wrong brain. They're dropping back against our starting defense. They're cutting our own line at the end of the half. All you young guys, just go back there and chill. I want my opportunity. Some of you guys will get an opportunity right now. I told you I don't care what the score is. I told you I care what the tape looks like. Did I trip when the ball was fumbled? No, I don't care what happens in the game. I want to see what the next play is. You have one half. Defense, you have one half. If they try to drop back and throw it, and that quarterback's not on the ground, I want new guys in there rushing. I want them hit. I want them never to say our name again. You believe the fact with 43 seconds left, they just gave us the ball back. They went down 33 and they're still dropping back. They had the balls to cut you. I thought you guys get the ball. You put it down and score. You made me put the freaking red and the white in. And you guys get in, you go play. I don't care what the score is. Troy told you shutouts are precious. We almost gave them a shutout. I don't want them ever to say our name again. That's the killer instinct I asked about. Not what does my hair look like? What do I look like in the freaking mirror? I walk in here, guys in the mirror checking themselves out. Got a chance at a shutout. You guys got a chance of freaking hanging a score around here we haven't hung in a long time. We don't work hard enough to go take what we want. Go take what you want. You want to get in the game? DJ, you run your ass off on all those routes all week. Now you got a chance to get in the game, maybe.
All right, that one slipped through. All right. We'll put a pause on that. I hit the dumb button in time. I thought everything was bleeped out. Missed one. But nonetheless, you get the vibe of Coach Matt Rule and what he's done to the locker room. They're up 38-0 at half, I think. No problems with the message.
No.
If you want to be Ohio State or those any of the best teams right now, like that's the kind of mindset.
Again, I mean, it was 33 at half, and it should have been more. Stuff out there, and like I said, what we talked about yesterday with them being in the red zone 5 times and only scored three times. You can't do that, and it's kind of funny to where I think I heard somewhere this week where Mika Parsons said something about they can only if they have to beat you by trick passes and kind of giving the team bulletin board material to kind of go off and kind of piss his players off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rule is definitely doing that, and I'm not mad at that. Like, please give them something to be pissed off about and, to go out there and dominate it and turn things up, because that's what you would need come later on in the season. That's what you would need, when you start Big Ten play in the middle of the season and things are, a bit rough, or it's a tough, tight game early on, and, coming out, we need to be better or a little bit more dominant. So I'm not mad at that at all.
No, and if you think that's too harsh, look at how the players responded. What does that second half look like?
It's football.
I think the players took it pretty well, the way they were playing. Like, they were lighting people up. They were ready to go, and like, I think that message clicked pretty well with them. They didn't seem to be too offended by it based on the play they had. So no, I got no problems with it. I don't think, to be fair, when I say I haven't heard really too many people, like maybe one person who wasn't even a Husker football fan, have problems with it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're like a Hawkeye burner account, but I think a lot of people, to your point, have been wanting that kind of accountability
and that energy.
Yes, 100%.
It's good to see it. I mean, this fan base is passionate. The state is passionate. I think college football is becoming to be more passionate about Nebraska. So it's things like that you want to continue to check off on your checklist, or when you check into a program and everything like that. It's things that people would like to see and everything like that. And that is definitely a huge step. That is definitely a good indicator kind of where things are and how things are going.
Also feels good just to close at a half. That's kind of been another problem with Husker football, is like even Colorado last year. What would it look like if we kept up the same energy after the first quarter and the second quarter? Like, we kind of took the brakes off, and, to Matt Rule's point, like, you want them to walk out thinking, I never want to schedule these guys again. This was horrible. It hurt our program. There's nothing good to walk out with this. That's kind of the vibe you want to get. Now, Akron's walking away with some money. It'd be
for sure.
But Colorado would get no money and a bigger, fatter loss if you keep that same energy. So I think it was also good just to have that energy and then see the guys actually do it and go have another dominant half and put a full game together. We can talk about small details, but for the most part, put a full game together. All right, we got to throw it to our final break here. Don't go anywhere. Don't punt hour. Good morning, Pierson-El, Harrison Arns.
E-cigarettes are the most used tobacco products among youth. They know vaping is dangerous, don't they? The majority of youth who vape use flavored products. the kind designed to seem harmless.
If they were vaping, I'd be able to tell.
Many vapes are small, discreet, and resemble everyday items. Don't avoid the conversation. Talk to your kids about vaping. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and the station.
Hey guys, it's Nick. We had a great week 1 high school football matchup where Lincoln North Star got the 14-10 win over Lincoln Southwest, but now it's time to turn our attention to one of the best rivalries in Nebraska. This Friday at 8 p.m., join me and Jay Foreman for Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln Southwest. Southeast is coming in off of a dominating 30-0 win versus Grand Island, while the Silverhawks look to get their first win of the 2025 season. Kickoff is slated for 8 p.m. from Seacrest Field, with pregame coverage beginning at 7:45. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night for Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln Southwest, right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
By their clothes,
their age,
the way they speak.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
When you live a tobacco-free life, you're free to live more fully. You're free to be more active and to breathe easier when you are, to be more present with family and friends, and to enjoy food and drinks more fully without nicotine dulling your senses. Tobacco-free can mean better physical health, mental health, and financial health. Giving up tobacco can give you more life. Learn more at quitnow.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the 2nd season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Hi, this is Tom Osborne. Join me on September 23rd and dine at your favorite local Renza in support of Teammates Mentoring. 10% of Runza sales on September 23rd will benefit your local Teammates Mentoring chapter. Teammates Mentoring helps students reach their full potential by providing a caring adult mentor to meet with them once a week in school. Thank you for your support of Teammates Mentoring. We will see you at Runza on September 23rd.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment, Don't Punt Hour. Good morning, Pierson-El. To my left, we got maybe a couple minutes at most here, so we'll be quick with it. NFL, give me the tougher situation. Bryce Young situation was not a great start for him. That's not even fair to say Bo Nix. Bo Nix looked awful in his first start. Well, not his first start, but in his game, second year. Yeah, looks bad, though. I mean, I could probably give him an F, but Bryce Young wasn't a whole lot better either.
Worst situation between the two?
Yeah, the situation's obviously you want to be in the Broncos, so I'm going to rephrase it. Just give me the Bryce Young temperature check. Can he do it? Can he not?
I mean, I think so. I mean, he doesn't have help. like
That's the worst part about
he's had how many coaches since he's been there? 2 at least. 2 offensive coordinators, 2 head coaches, I think.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, like I'm giving him, you know, a little bit of slack.
Well, he doesn't have any weapons anymore. Even Adam Thielen was his best weapon last year. I love Thielen, but come on.
T-Mac looked nice, but I mean, you got all right. I mean,
I don't even know who the running backs are anymore after McCaffrey.
Chubba,
It's been.
I think Chubb is it Chubba?
Oh yeah, Hubbard.
Yeah,
Hubbard. Yeah, you're right. Chuba Hubbard.
Sorry.
That's right.
He's all right. I mean, Leggett was, you know, a raw talent. So I mean, I don't. That franchise honestly hasn't done anything since Cam Newton and McCaffrey left.
Yeah.
Since you got rid of Ron Rivera. No pun intended that rule or anything like that. Like, no, I'm not trying to.
No, I mean, that's fair.
I mean, that's just what it is. So his situation is probably one of the tougher situations in the NFL. So
coaches can't succeed there. Players can't succeed there. Something's going on in Carolina.
I thought you would have been like, you know, Seattle or the Cowboys type situation. Like, that's a closer situation.
I know. That's why I just threw it out. But even then, it's like, no, it's the Panthers. Easy answer.
Yeah.
Is there a worse situation than the Panthers? That's the better question.
They're a worse situation than the Panthers as of right now.
Right now.
And
because even with the
I think Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I think Cleveland.
The layup of all of them. Yeah.
I mean, I really do. I mean, you drafted 2 quarterbacks
back to back.
You know, what are we doing?
Can you explain that to me? What were they doing? I haven't gotten a good answer on it yet. Is it a money thing? Like, honestly, I mean, if you draft Shador, you're making a ton of money.
I would assume so, just because of what you have on the defensive side with Denzel Ward coming up on his contract, with Myles Garrett coming up on his contract and everything like that. Like, you're gonna have to have a rookie quarterback to kind of they've hit the reset button.
Yep.
You're trying to see what things are right now and everything like that. Hopefully, you can bring along a young quarterback. You don't necessarily have to pay him that much and everything like that. And hopefully, you know, you can give him a year, maybe a year and a half. Before either it's over trade value, kind of out of the situation to kind of get back and, you know, revive, bringing more energy into that organization with top-notch players. I mean, you had 2 a few years ago, I think with Denzel Ward, did they have two picks? I think Denzel Ward was like the 4th pick and you picked Baker or something like that. So you're trying to create or get probably closer to that to where you can get more higher caliber talented player in there. That way the return on it is a lot better. I mean, that's the only thing that logical I see.
Okay, so I can understand that. Still hate it. But to your point, you can at least make sense of decision making, even if you don't agree with it. Yeah, I mean, I just got like zero hope for that franchise. I don't know what they're doing.
They have a lot of money in a lot of other places. You're gonna have to come up with some money for Denzel. I think the safety is up next for a contract.
You don't spend all that money. Like, the problem is, like, a lot of the money, if I think I'm right, like on that defensive side of the ball, they're gonna have to start paying up too. And it's,
yeah,
you know, what's the point if your offense can't do diddly squat?
So, like I said, I think that's what it is. Between out of those 2 situations, I mean, it's honestly, you could really close your eyes and throw a dart, and whatever you pick. Like, yeah, I would agree with that.
Who's got the better city?
Charlotte.
Who's got better taxes?
Probably Charlotte.
Sorry, Browns, you're out.
Sorry.
If we're coming down to, like, they're both just poverty in terms of where you can develop.
At least with Charlotte, I mean, you can go to Lake Norman. And I mean, that's right outside the city. Yeah, you got Raleigh, better barbecue. You know, it's probably a better. No, I can't say that. Not a better pro town because they're the basketball team there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. No, I'm still going Charlotte.
I think Charlotte too.
North Carolina. I'd rather be down there than Ohio. That's just me.
Just tells you a lot. I mean, if those are the separating factors, there's a lot going wrong in both of those places, which is unfortunate because I am rooting for Bryce Young and even a guy like Shador Sanders. I know he played at Colorado, but not rooting for the guy's downfall. And it's like, man, going there, I could have told you the road ahead is very uneven. It's going to have a lot of twists and curves, and just try to hang on. because we see how Browns treat their quarterbacks even when they do win them a playoff game. All right, we got to get out of here, though. Good morning, Pierson-El. Appreciate it as always. We got you again tomorrow, and then Thursday. Don't go anywhere. Chris Raff coming up next, 93.7 The Ticket.